Good afternoon, my name is Annabella. I'm a Thermomix consultant in Sydney, so welcome to Bella's Thermo Kitchen. So today, I promised a few weeks ago we'll do one of those Portuguese recipes that I used to do by hand. I have adjusted to the Thermomix. It's the first time I'm going to do it on the Thermomix. It's quite easy. It's these little Portuguese coconut cakes. I don't know if you call them cakes or cookies. I don't know. I think they're little, tiny little cakes. They're tiny little cakes. You put them in into these pan things, these cupcakes things. I like to use the little ones because I like to make them bite size. So they're perfect to have it with a cup of tea. So it's very simple. All you need is coconut, sugar, butter, milk, and that's it. Well, you can change them up. I'm not going to change it up. If you want to add extra flavor. Hi Gabby, how are you? If you want to add extra flavor to it, you can either use lemon or orange zest. So just before you start the recipe, you pop it in here into the bowl and you blitz it for about 10 seconds on speed 10. So you give it that extra flavor. I personally prefer it the plain coconut flavor. That's how we grew up back then. This is a grandma's recipe. Like, we all kids in Portugal, we all grew up with this recipe. So it's very easy. I did create it last night. So let me go into my recipes, created recipes, and I've got them here. So, and all you need, I'll repeat, 250 grams of coconut, 125 grams of sugar. So remember, this is the rule of thumb with this recipe. Always use half of the sugar to the coconut. If I'm using 500 grams of coconut, I'm going to use 250 of sugar. I like to do half. There's people that like to add a little bit extra, but we don't like things too sweet around the house, and that's always it's been made. Milk, that's my trick. Back home, many people don't use milk on this recipe. I do use milk because overseas I had a friend, she was a baker, and she said if I put the hot milk with the coconut, it actually makes it softer. That's why you get the nice moist cakes. You need 2 eggs and 75 grams of melted butter. And I just realized I didn't get my eggs. I'll just grab some from here. I've got some here. 2 eggs. Always forget something. Always forget something. There'll be a day that I'll have everything. I will not forget anything. Just say hello when you join the live so I know who's on, because most of the times I can't tell who's on. So we're going to start cooking it. It's pretty easy. It's really yummy, especially if you have people over for afternoon tea, like to have it with a cup of tea. Let's start cooking. So if you wanted to add extra flavor like the lemon and the orange, you add it in now, the zest, blitz it up. I don't, I'm going to have a nice and plain. So hi Annette, how are you? So Annette, I drew the winner last night of the what's it called? Pancake pan. Let me grab it. This one, you were the winner. So please do send me your details so I can ship it off to you. I'll think of another little giveaway one of these days. So 180 degrees, your oven. I've done that. So I'm going to add my coconut, 250. Even though 250 will make a lot of them. So I'm going to check my milk. I'm going to warm up my milk just a little bit extra. I'll do it in the microwave because it cooled down and I want it really, really hot. So you'll soak into the coconut and make it nice and moist. Just a second. You could warm it up in the Thermomix, but I think it's just quicker. Yes, I'll send you the recipe. Yes, I will send the recipe. I'll copy it from my cookie dough because I've added there. So, I bet you grew up with these too, Gabby, because I think every grandmother and every mom just made these. Okay, so that's nice and hot. In it goes, okay? That's about 150 grams of milk. So I've got about 75 grams of butter. It's been melted as well. Right? This is how easy it is to make. My eggs, I'm gonna crack them in here. Make sure they're all right. 1 egg. 2 eggs. I think 2 eggs with the milk is enough. But we'll check how it looks at once we mix it up, because if we need to add an extra egg, we can add an extra egg. Because I've always made these by not measuring. I don't usually measure things when I do by hand. So we've added the sugar, the eggs, and we're going to mix it for 15 seconds on speed 5. Put that in there. Let's see how it goes. Just going to stop it a little bit to have a look, because I've got some of the coconut up here. And you know what? I'm going to add another egg. I think it needs another egg because it's a bit too dry. One more egg. So I'll change the recipe and I'll add an extra egg. So I'm going to add another bit and let's go. Have a look. Let's have a feel. I think I'm gonna have another egg. Just more egg. Maybe we'll go with 4 eggs because I did extra coconut. So I will adjust the recipe before I send it out. And we're just gonna go another. That's better. So we'll need 4 eggs for this. As I said, like I always do it like, because when you do it by hand, you get the feel of it and then just add as many eggs as you need as you go. So yeah. Yeah, they can be rolled now. Like that. Let me wash my hands. Let me try it. You have to try it. No, I haven't had the sugar. Forgot to add the sugar. Talking away. And I didn't add the sugar. See how silly I am? And no one picked up I missed the sugar. I was like, that doesn't taste very nice. Next time I'm going to try to make them with coconut sugar. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear me. The things we do. Yeah, you laugh at me, Gabby, but you didn't pick up the sugar was missing. Okay. So now that's perfect. Now I'll try it again. Now that's good. So we'll need 4 eggs. I'll amend the recipe. So it's really easy. Move the Thermomix aside. Just grab a tray. Back home, we always make them in the little ones. Use the little ones. You can use bigger ones if you wish. I like the little ones because they're just perfect bite size. I should have done these before. Just been running around all morning. So how's everyone's weekend? Busy, just relaxing. My weekend this weekend is quite quiet. Not doing, it's nice and sunny though. I should go out and do something. Maybe I'll go for a walk. So to put the dough in here, you have 2 options. Either use 2 spoons and trying to roll it into a ball. The best way is just to use your hands. It's just easier and quicker. I find it, even though I don't like it because it sticks to my hands. But when you were kids and when you made these, the best thing was when you finished, you could lick your fingers and get all that coconut. That was the best bit. That's why we kids loved making these. Okay. Let's see how we go. So all you do, you grab it like this into a little ball like that and just plonk it there. So you bake it for about 20 minutes, maybe less. Just keep an eye out when they start going a bit brown at the top. That's when they're perfect. Then they're perfect to take out because you don't want to dry them up. If you leave them for too long, they'll dry up. Oh, we all do. Oh, Gabby, I tell you, the memories making these, even when my son was little, he used to love it. So yeah. So next week, I need to find another recipe to do next week. So just squish them gently, not too tight, like that. I think you can see what I'm doing. I've had a few people talk about poached eggs and they've had issues with poached eggs. Is that something that you like to see here on a live? But I'm telling you, sometimes most of the times I have no issues. I notice the recipe for poached eggs says you can put up to 4 eggs. I personally don't like putting 4 eggs in them when poaching because there's always one that stuffs up. Always one. For me, it works better with 3 eggs. I think my husband is going to take some of these for work on Monday, because what am I going to do with so many? I think, speaking of the devil, he just got home. So it's a bit messy with your hands, but it's the best option, because if you're going to do it with the spoons, just be careful with the blades when you're digging this out. Maybe pour into a bowl, or just be really careful so you don't cut yourself on the blades, because these blades are so sharp. Hey Natalie, how are you, darling? I never tried it. Maybe next week we can make some poached eggs. I'll think about it. Hopefully there'll be no fail. So let me just loosen this up between the blades. Yeah, I think I'll do some poached eggs. I usually make poached eggs in the morning. When I get home from the gym, I like to have 2 poached eggs on avocado toast to give me some energy. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll make some poached eggs. And if there's a fail, it's a live fail. You all can laugh at me. Just make sure your wood is at 100 degrees when you do them. Don't let the temperature drop. Nat, have you tried the poached eggs yet? I think I need another tray. Maybe I can squish these a little bit. I've had a customer saying that she made them and they got stuck. I don't know. I usually make them, they're alright. I notice if I put 4 in, it doesn't work for me. One of them, it kind of pops, if you know what I mean. Which blade cover do you use? I noticed the metal one, the pillar, is the best. I don't like the plastic one. I've tried with the plastic one and it was a freaking disaster. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't like the plastic one. I've tried with it. It even popped out for some reason. But definitely next week we'll do poached eggs. Oh, I think they're all, I made the big ones, tell you about. All right, I'm almost done here. I've made it quite a few times and I've only had an issue once when I added extra, the 4th egg in. But it was still alright, but it just didn't look as nice as the other ones. Look at us, we're talking about poached eggs and I'm making cakes. Oh, forget the plastic one. Yeah, I didn't like it. I tried with it and I did not like it. I'm not going to lick my hands on a live. I'm going to go and wash them. So now we pop them in the oven for about 20 minutes, but just keep an eye on it. If they start browning up at the top, they're ready to come out, because if you leave them for too long, they're going to be dry, and you don't want them dry because they don't taste nice. So I'm going to pop them in. And I'll leave them for about 20 minutes. Why am I funny? Because I always forget things and I'm a mess. I'm telling you, when people say, I'm the messiest cook, Thermomix or no Thermomix, there's no hope for me. I know that I end up, my family does say that there's less washing up with a Thermomix, because when I used to get my pots out, when I used to cook on the stove, I tell you, it was like my splashback is full of grease and God knows what else, and I get every single pot out. All the pots I have, they come out. Now with the Thermomix, you can't get many pots out. But I still managed to make quite a fine mess. Like, if you guys saw my bench, it's full of stuff. Oh, it must be a Portuguese thing to get all the pots out. But anyway, so next week we'll do poached eggs. I'll search up a few tips on how to perfect them. Yeah, I don't like the washing either. My son, the thing he likes about it, because when I used to cook with the pots, I'd make the biggest mess, and I don't clean up as I go. If I'm cooking, and then I'll just do the clean up at the end, and then I would scream for my son, come and help clean up, and he goes, oh no, she's got all the pots out. But now he just loves it because it's less, but you still manage to make a mess. Next week, 12 o'clock, I'll try between 12 and 1. I do have a demo at 3:30, so between either 12 and 1, I'll come on. I'm not sure if I've got a boxing class at 11. That finishes about 12, so give me a half an hour, because it's poached eggs. I don't need to prepare much, as it's just need the eggs, the water and vinegar. But between 12 and 1, I'll be on. I just have to organize my life on the weekend, see what's on, because I usually do my grocery shopping on the weekend. But we'll see, between 12:30, between 12 and 1, I'll be on. So I'm gonna leave those on. Once they finish, I'll pop a photo. For those that want the recipe, I will let me know and I'll send it off to you. I did it in English, because usually sometimes I do the Portuguese recipes in Portuguese. This time is in English, so I can send it off to everyone. So that's it for now. Perfect. It's a date, Gabby. It is a date. I'll try to come on every Saturday. I'm trying to come at least once a week on a live. I might do a few videos on short tips on how to do certain things, and then post them on YouTube, and then post the link on Facebook. We'll see how we go. So have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. It's nice weather in Sydney, so we all should go out for a nice walk. And I'll see you everyone next Saturday. So thanks for watching. Bye.